After being denied loans by every bank, I came up with a crazy idea. If I could buy this office building that housed 12 banks, these banks would become my tenants and wouldn't dare refuse my loan applications anymore. So every night, I would come to this building and calculate the occupancy rate by counting the lit windows. Combined with other data, I figured out its valuation. Then I found a real estate agent named George and told him my plan. But he thought acquiring property from white owners was simply impossible. I didn't rush to argue. Instead, I explained my reasoning and proved through calculations that this was a guaranteed moneymaker. After hearing this, George immediately agreed to partner with me. Our biggest challenge now was finding a trustworthy white person to represent us. But I already had the perfect candidate in mind, Matthew. Though he was just a contractor, he had ambition and didn't discriminate against black people. When he heard about our acquisition plan, he looked shocked.
I don't know anything about banking. I don't know how to buy a bank.
We're not actually buying a bank. We're buying a building that the banks are in. The banks are tenants.
Right.
You just be the face of our partnership.
You think I'm, qualified for this?
We'll teach you everything you need to know.
Starting the next day, George and I began thoroughly training Matthew, making sure he memorized all the relevant data in advance. At the negotiation table, no matter how much the owner raised the price, Matthew could respond quickly with data accurate down to the decimal point. This greatly impressed the owner.
Not what I expected, Matt Steiner.
Just like that, the building originally priced at $2.4 million was easily acquired for only $1.56 million. After successfully buying the building, I turned my attention to affluent African Americans. They were eager to move into high-end office buildings to enhance their professional image. This way, I secured steady rental income, but my ambitions went far beyond that. Using this building as my core, I began building a closed-loop business ecosystem where banks, law firms, medical offices, and consulting firms were interconnected, sharing resources. When this system started running, the building's value skyrocketed. After that, my real estate empire rose rapidly. But I still wasn't satisfied. Instead, I brought my capital back to my hometown, wanting to change the racial prejudice there. Soon, I spotted a business opportunity. The white neighborhoods had high vacancy rates, while the black neighborhoods were overcrowded. So I decided to start with real estate economics, specifically buying houses in white neighborhoods and renting them to affluent black people. I quickly set my sights on a white apartment building adjacent to a black neighborhood. After some negotiation with the owner, I finally bought my first property. However, when I started renovating the house, I faced opposition from a tenant.
You can tell that Mick that owns this place when he goes jacking the rent. He ain't jacking mine.
When she learned I was the new landlord, she became furious.